So many impressive coaches mentioned in that, including Pat Summitt, who we saw here in Bartow yesterday, and might be seeing again today watching her son Tyler. The score right now is 41-30. USM is beating UAB. We're going back to the ASN studio with Ron and Mac after this. Bartow Arena, where La Tech and MTSU are facing off. Louisiana Tech is currently down 31-36. Walking onto a D1 program is never easy, and Middle Tennessee has one player that is dedicated to Coach Insel and wearing the Blue Raider white and blue.
If you're a fan of Middle Tennessee basketball, you know the name, you know the face. But what you might not know is that Jackson County star Caroline Warden, a 5'7" walk-on, only one to play for head coach Rick Insel.
We were looking at another young lady that Jackson County had, and I just didn't think she could play for Middle Tennessee, and that I would help them go anywhere else, that I knew some coaches, that I felt like some programs that she could play at.
I am small, and I'm not, I'm definitely not the tallest player or the biggest, and even that's another just obstacle I've always had to overcome is my size. She was very confident about herself. At that point, she just kind of looked at me and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm not interested in going anywhere else. You're not going to give me a scholarship, I want to walk on."
From that moment on, Caroline was ready and prepared for tryouts come fall. She proved herself good enough there. Her next step, though, showing Coach Insel through practice just how well she could play.
When we started practice, I just didn't look at it. It's one of these cases where you got to take advantage of your opportunities, and Caroline went in and hit about 5 threes in a row against our varsity defense.
Corner good, Caroline Warden. That's what Middle Tennessee needed.
Then Caroline received the ultimate reward for her hard work, a scholarship to play at Middle Tennessee.
Just a day before practice, the assistant coaches at the time were sitting there, and then I just sit down, and he's like, we have a scholarship. He said, I'm going to give it to you. You've proved yourself, you've worked hard, and and at that, I wanted to cry just right in front of him, because I just felt like at that moment, just all of my hard work, everything I'd done my whole life basically was happening.
Eventually, Warden would go on to start the last 11 games of her freshman season and prove to everyone why she belonged in the Blue Raider uniform.
The girls got to look and, hey, you could see their body language change, where they're like, this kid is a winner. She knows what's going on. She knows the offense. She is small, but she's got a big motor, and she's hustling.
She did surprise a lot of people. When they said Caroline Warden was coming here to be a walk-on, I knew that she would work hard and just prove everybody wrong.
Stuff that's happened in the games that I've been able to play in, and the championships that we've won and everything, I didn't know that was going to happen, but I knew that I could help the team to get there.
Reporting for GoBlueRaiders.com, I'm Justin Beasley.
And Caroline's helped her team throughout the season, but right now is out due to a season-ending knee injury. But she's still hopeful that the team will win. We're coming back to the ASN studio right after the break. Hi guys, earlier we spoke about how Tyler Summitt has some amazing mentors, and I'm here with one of them now, Coach Billy Moore. Billy, can you talk about just advice that you've given Tyler this season?
Well, it's easy. He's so talented. When he wanted to get into coaching, when people ask me what kind of coach he was, it was a very simple answer. I said I saw the same things in him that I saw in his mother at the same stage. So he's very gifted.
And you talked about Pat a little bit. Can you kind of talk about the relationship you have with Tyler and his family?
Well, I've always been very fortunate. They've been my second family, and he calls me his second mom. So he's my first son, so that's the way it works.
Thank you so much for your time. Guys, back over to you.
Billy Moore, former Olympic coach.
If you don't like to wear Charlotte colors in Charlotte, they will throw you a penalty.
We send it over now to Ashley Bullington.
We're frustrated. We don't look good right now, but we need to pick it up. It's in our body language. He said, we're only down 9 points and have 17 minutes. We can win this. Let's come together as a family. Let's do this. Back over to you guys. 10 children. She's been competing since she could walk, and that competitive nature has translated onto the court for the Miners. 11 of the Miners' 12 wins have come from her putting up 11 or more points, and she's averaging over 15 points per game. That's not all, though. She's still competing with her brothers and sisters as she has a 4.0 GPA in the classroom. Thanks, guys. Back to you. Good luck to y'all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. We're going back to Ron and Mac out in the BJCC right after this. Welcome back to Bartow Arena. It's currently 56-45, ODU's beating UTSA. And I am sitting here with a very, very special woman, Martina Sims, Jenny Sims' mom. Martina, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Hello. I'm really, really feeling good today. We're winning by a nice margin, so I'm a little bit more relaxed today.
That's good. I was about to say, talking to you yesterday, you said that Jenny was a little bit stressed out. How awesome is it to see your daughter as a sophomore doing so well, especially in conference tournament? I mean, she's had 2 double-digit nights.
It's really awesome. I'm really happy that she has fought through so many adversities from high school on, and for her to build her confidence, to trust in herself and believe in herself and to take over as best as she can. I'm proud of her. I told her she's a much better woman than I was at her age.
And we were talking earlier about just kind of her upbringing. I mean, did you ever think that she would be able to be as good as she is in what she's doing right now?
No, actually, I never wanted my daughter to play basketball. I didn't. I wanted her to get into the girly stuff. Not that this is not girly, but I wanted her to do the modeling stuff. But she played with her sister, and my husband, it's in her blood. So he played at UVA. So when she really wanted to play, I really wanted to get her with the best girls that possibly could help her get better at her game. And she's just taken flight since then.
And how proud would you be as a mom to see these girls make it to the finals?
Awesome, awesome. I'm blessed. We are all blessed. We are very happy, very, very proud of her. As yesterday's game, she wanted to sit out. The last 2 minutes and 30-some seconds left. And I was like, no, you got to fight. We drove 13 hours to get here. So I wasn't ready to go home. So I'm very proud.
And thank you so much for joining us, and good luck. Back over to you guys.
Thanks very much, ladies. A 3-point ball game here in Birmingham. Quarterfinal action of Conference USA. UAB leading it by 3. We bring in now the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Ashley Bullington.
This season marks 40 years of Southern Miss women's basketball, and head coach Lee McNellis has been a part of the program for almost half of it. In her 19th season with the Lady Eagles, she's still one of the most impressive players in Southern Miss history. Ranking among the top 10 players in 7 all-time stat categories, she was inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame in 1997. Kay James, who was Coach McNellis' coach in the 80s and currently the team's reporter, before today's game, said that Joy was one of the most aggressive and competitive players she's ever coached. That Coach McNellis has taken her hard style of play and implemented into her coaching plan. Coach James said Joy is a joy, and she loves her Southern Miss Lady Eagles with as much passion as she loves the game. And that's the reason she's been a part of the team for 19 of its 40 years. Back to you guys. Michelle Clark-Hurd, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tomorrow you're playing against Charlotte. Can you kind of talk about what you scouted today and how your game plan is going to be for tomorrow?
We just played them recently, so was just looking forward to getting down and seeing, they shoot the 3 really well. They get up and down the floor and they press, and so we're gonna have to make sure that we guard the 3 and rebound and take care of the things that we've been doing all season.
And this is your first time in Bartow Arena this season. Y'all practiced here this morning. What's the feel of the team here, and how do the girls feel coming into tomorrow's game?
Just really excited to be here. It's our first Conference USA tournament, and we're just excited to be here, looking forward to getting on the court and playing.
And Chastity Gooch, she's an All-American candidate. Can you kind of talk about her a little bit, what you've seen from her this season?
Just an unbelievable leader who has always, no matter what game, has stepped up big for us, rebound, make shots when we need them. She can shoot the 3, she can score on the inside, and just a very awesome player to coach and very fun to watch.
Also, you have Alexis Gavon. She's right up there with Chastity on the court. kind of her cohort, I guess, as you would say. Can you kind of talk about what you've seen from her this season as well?
Yes. Well, they're best friends, and they just really complement each other very well. Alexis is our energizer. You know, she does it all. Same thing, can shoot the three, very athletic, can get to the basket and score, and is just our team leader, just one of the players that everybody looks to.
And this season, your team is topping the conference. Can you kind of talk about what you've seen from them that you haven't seen in past seasons?
Well, I think just the biggest thing is we just continue to keep growing. We have veterans, as you talked about, Chastity and Alexis and Ileana Johnson, our seniors, have been really good and led this team. And we've had an opportunity to continue to keep growing, so it's been really fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow at 5. We're going out to the ASN studio at the BJCC right after this.